Welcome back to the 7 days of singing. We're on day 2 and today we're going to be focusing on the breath. Let's start with a very quick physical warm-up. Let's start with the wrists. And reach up, keep those wrists going. Or really stretch as high as you can. Stop the wrists. And release those shoulders, let the arms hang down. Roll one shoulder forwards. And the other shoulder forwards. One shoulder backwards. And the other backwards. Both backwards. Both forwards. And release. Nice. Head to one side. If you want to feel a bit more on that stretch, stick your hand here. Don't pull too hard, just let your hand rest. Feel that stretch. If you want to increase it even more, imagine that this hand is being pulled down towards the floor. You'll really feel that. And release on the other side. Here we go. If you want to feel more of that stretch, you can rest your hand on the top of your head. Feel that stretch down on the opposite arm, trying to touch the floor. And release, keeping the jaw nice and loose, looking up at the ceiling. And down to the floor, chin to chest. We'll do that one more time. Jaw released, up at the ceiling. And chin to chest. Rolling the head to the left. Rolling the head to the right. One more time, rolling forwards over to the left. And rolling to the right. Always important to warm your body up like this before we sing. Good, and reset to center. Give your head a little shake if you need to, give your shoulders a shake. Wiggle your knees if you're standing up. If you're sat, make sure you're sat on the front of the seat ready to sing. Here we go, give your hips a wiggle. Give your knees a wiggle. If you are stood, make sure your knees aren't locked. If you're sat, make sure you're not slumping in the chair. You know your body better than anyone else. Make sure you're in a nice, neutral, relaxed, released position. We're going to put our hand on our lower support muscles. That's just below our belly button. And thumb, or this bit, in your side. We're just going to take a few nice breaths to check in with the breath today. Here we go. Breathing in. And out, release. 2 more of those. In. And out, release. 1 more, in. And out, release. We're going to breathe in to a count of 6, and on a S, we're going to empty the lungs to another count of 6. By the time you get to 6, you should have nothing left. You will notice these muscles engage as you're S-ing out. Here we go. Into 4, in fact, out to 6. In, 2, 3, 4, and 3, 4, 5, 6, release. Notice I say release, not breathe. Breathe makes it a conscious effort, whereas release, you just let your body do its thing. Your body knows how to breathe. Let it do its job. It's going to do it for you. Have no fear. We'll do that 2 more times. This time into 6, out to 8 on a sh sound. In, 2, 3, 4, and sh. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release. Nice. There should be this sense of release upwards as you release the breath rather than a otherwise you'll let all of the body just collapse. We want to be in a nice neutral position, not introducing any unnecessary tension. Final one, into 8, out to 12 on a sh again. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and sh. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, release. We talk a lot in stay-at-home choir rehearsals, those of you that have been in them, about the 5-pound breath, imagining you found 5 pounds on the floor. It's a nice pleasant surprise and it looks like this. Every time you breathe should feel like that. A nice pleasant surprise. There's a lift in the soft palate. There's a release. It shouldn't feel like you're pulling in air. That's a very tense sound. It's going to cause you all sorts of difficulties when you do come to sing. Let's wake up these muscles a little more. Go. Lovely. Panting like a puppy. That can be quite a difficult one because if you're having any difficulty, that'll usually be due to tension up here. All of this effort should be coming from your lower support muscles. None of it is being compensated for with your apparatus up here, getting in the way and making your voice tense. Just some nice gentle vocal easing to begin with. Go. Lovely. Lovely. Ah. Ah. Ooh. Ooh. Ee. Lovely. Let's try that puppy pant one last time. It looks like this, focusing on these muscles. Let's try that one last time. Here we go. Nice. It's a really good way to check if you're actually letting here do the work or whether you're trying to make yourself breathe from here and it's becoming a conscious thing. Focusing on that breath, every time you breathe in should feel nice, released, open, positive. No matter what music you're singing, no matter the emotion of the music or the story you might be trying to tell, it should feel that exact same sense of positive release. You don't have to smile every time you do it. I obviously smile a lot. But even if you're singing the most angry, intense music, it should feel the same with that intensity. It's allowing your body to breathe the way it knows how to. You've been doing it most of your lives. At least I hope you have. Here we go. Let's do some vocalizing. This is the song and vocalese we're going to be doing today is called Loch Lomond. It's a traditional Scottish melody. Plenty of you will know. I will put the words on the bottom of the screen when we get there, but for now, let's just work on the melody. Your turn. I'm going to add the second section. Let's try it. That's the first section and the second section. Let's put the words into that for now. The words are, by yon bonny banks and by yon bonny braes, where the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond. I'll sing it first, you're going to sing it with me the second time through. By yon bonny banks and by yon bonny braes, where the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond. Your turn, join me, here we go. By yon bonny banks and by yon bonny braes, where the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond. Now, the way this piece is structured is very much a call and answer. You'll notice in those two lines, you have by yon bonny banks and by yon bonny braes. It almost sounds like the second half is answering the first. If that helps you with memorizing that melody, by all means use that as your technique. Let's do the second half. Here we go. The words are, where me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Here we go. The second half is, let's try that. And the response to that is, a little bit of a frog in my throat halfway through that second one. I'll add in the words. This is the second half of the whole thing. Where me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny, bonny banks o' Loch Lomond. If you're less familiar with the words, that's fine. I'm going to put the words on the bottom of the screen. Really what this exercise is about is not about getting the words or the notes correct. It's about the length of phrase, keeping that nice, smooth legato line. So really be paying attention to that and how you're breathing before every single phrase. Let's sing the whole thing. I'm going to sing the whole tune. Join me with this. If you want to repeat it a couple of times to make sure you've learnt it, you absolutely can. You can go back and watch it as many times as you need. Here we go. Bye. That's your starting note. By yon bonny banks and by yon bonny braes, where the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond, where me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny, bonny banks o' Loch Lomond. Nice. If you want to run that a couple of times, rewind now, sing that a couple of times with me until you've really got it. Now, the way we break down something like this when we're learning something for the first time, I love to sing this to an open vowel like we did right at the beginning, but I also love singing this to what's known as a semi-occluded vocal tract sound. All that means is a sound that partially closes our airways. That could be a zh, v, z, any of those. My favourite is to do it to a z sound. So let's do that first half to a z sound. This is great for engaging the support muscles. It's a really good way of learning something new because it forces your body to use all of the muscles it needs to sing efficiently. And if you can throw in that good breath at the beginning, all the better for it. Bye, that's our first note. And we're going to do the whole first half to a z, like this. Nice. Let's do that one more time. Join me this time. Notice. Be really paying attention to what your body's doing. You can write this down in your practice journal that I hope you've printed off at this point. Notice what you feel in your body. At this stage, there's no right or wrong answer. All I want you to do is be paying attention to your body, paying attention to your voice to see what it feels like. Here we go. Bye. There's our first note to a zzz. Here we go. Let's finish it, shall we? That nice release at the end. Now, if you want to try that again, rewind, try that again with me. Pay attention to what your body feels like. What I noticed in my voice that time round, as I got higher, we're really approaching my upper range. I begin to, rather than drive the sound from down here, I can feel tension slowly creeping up. So I have to work all that more harder to make sure I'm not introducing any unnecessary tension. Let's do one last time to a nice open vowel. Again, this nice smooth legato sound. And then we'll finish up for today and I'll leave you to the rest of your practice. Let's do it down. There's where we were. We're going to do it there. To a nice long legato sound. I'm going to do it to an R, but you can pick any vowel you like. Here we go. And release. Breathe. Let's just take 2 nice deep breaths in our own time. And release. And release. Now you can go back and watch any of those little exercises or sing throughs we did to help you learn that piece of music, learn the melody, learn the words. That's one of my favourite ways to introduce something new to me. What I'd love you to do in your practice journal today is write down anything you noticed, good or bad or neither. Whatever you noticed about your body is the right answer. That's how you really structure your practice, so you can see what's working week on week. Then you can look back at the end of this week and say, that's feeling better than it was at the beginning of the week. That's at least the goal. Anyway, from now, I'm going to leave you to your own practice. Find a piece of music you've been working on separate to this, or use the one we've been working on now. You can rewatch it a couple of times. Your challenge, remember, is to spend maybe 20 minutes just practicing this to get your voice into a nice shape for the day. Whatever time it is in the world for you, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.